Hello and welcome back to the SummoNerds. I'm Evan.
And I'm Matt.
We've got another game for you today. I know it's been a little while since our last game. And we said something probably about how it wasn't going to be that long until our next game, but here we are.
Yep, we're here back at it again. It's just been a hassle recently to find the time. But here we are, and there I am in the past once again.
Yeah. We're trying out different lists this time. Matt's going with a kind of a tried and true idea for a list with his Emperor on the Omicron group pilot, with Vessery and the Inquisitor. And I'm trying something weird with Chopper, Eaden, Vrill. That's fun. And Braylen, Stramm. And it's like a stress hog list, kind of. It's just like lots of stress ships. So it'll be interesting to see if it works. And it's like a ton of hull and shields.
Yeah,
is what it really is. It's just a big mass of no agility and lots of hull and shields.
Yep. This was actually a list I was using right prior to our last tournament that we went to, the regional tournament, I believe. This was the idea I was trying out. It's like it's for a more aggressive shuttle because of the electronic baffle. So it's just a way to get the shuttle in the fray a little quicker and actually do a little damage. I was trying it out. It does add a little bit more points to the shuttle, and that being such a high priority target can cause some issues. But freeing up that, making sure that you can have actions after that zero move is nice.
Yeah, it actually ends up being a significantly more formidable shuttle because it's harder to get behind. Because in the beginning of the game, it gets to just stay put and shoot you a few times.
Right.
And really, the shuttle's probably not going to last that many turns. If it's a high priority for your opponent, they're going to take it down in 2 or 3 turns either way. So this way, the shuttle gets off more shots.
Right.
And it gets to use its 3 attack, which is really like a nice high attack.
Right, and that was the idea. So I kind of spread out my ships because I kind of want them to converge in the middle there at different angles, and not kind of have them all grouped so that they can all be pummeled. I need those more, especially the Inquisitor. He's a little bit fragile. I need him to survive for a little bit here.
I'm looking up some kind of like one of the cards on my phone to like see if an effect works the way I think it does. I think it's exactly what I'm doing there.
Right.
But all right, yeah, here we go. Oh, also just like some fun news. I think we're gonna try out some new stuff on the channel soon. So be ready for that. That'll be cool.
We're excited.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be trying some new stuff out. I've got it set up. We're gonna do it after we record these videos, and then this game is important. Is pre whatever 4.3 whatever the fact with that nerfed the Emperor. Which means it was from a while ago.
Yeah, I actually have not used the Emperor since the new update.
Yeah.
So it'll be...
Yeah, actually, that's something I really want to try again because I haven't used him since then either. Because I've just been focusing on like some Scum and Rebel lists. But yeah, so this game's from a little bit ago, and we apologize for that. But we have some plans to bring you some slightly fresher content soon. And so hopefully we'll start. We've stopped doing this thing where we record games and keep them for a super long time.
Yeah.
And then try to do the like audio really far after, which is what we're doing with this game. But
we've stopped doing that.
Well, we've stopped recording games unless we're pretty sure that we're going to be able to put them up really fast.
Right.
So or like if it was a particular like list that we really think is worth recording, maybe we But anyway, the idea is that we're going to try to bring you guys some slightly newer, more recent content more regularly. And I think actually our schedules have opened up in a way that we will hopefully be able to do that a little bit more frequently. So we'll find out. Big promises.
Oh, look.
So that's nice range 1 there with my 4 attack ship.
Yeah, a couple of good buddies. Haven't seen each other in a while. Just want to shoot each other.
That shuttle is going to feel some pain, I hope. And so this list the idea here is that I've got these low pilot skill ships. Chopper, if you bump him, you take a stress, and or if you remain bumped when the combat starts. Maybe is when you take the. I can't remember exactly when that effect works, but the idea is if you're touching Chopper, you take a stress. I think it is during the combat. I think it's when it rolls over, so they have to bump you, not the other way around. Eaden Vrill gets an extra attack when on his primary weapon when the opponent is stressed. And Braylen, I've got R3A2, who is the astromech that when you shoot can add a stress to your opponent in exchange for adding one to yourself. Mm-hmm. But Braylen, his ability is that after he performs a maneuver, might be a white maneuver, but I think it's just any maneuver. I'll look that up sometime. It won't matter for you guys. You won't know if I looked it up or not. But you can see for yourself. He can roll to get rid of the stress. Mm-hmm. So he is going to be really nice at adding stress to everyone and taking it off himself quickly.
Right.
And he can hit the front arc or the back arc, which is great. Yeah.
And I don't think I have arc on your chopper there. I don't with Vessery.
No, I don't think so either. I think you're gonna shoot at Braylen.
Yeah, that's probably true. Though I don't think I have the friendly target lock underneath him.
I think that's Inquisitor's now shooting Chopper.
Right.
Yeah. There we go. So Chopper loses 3 shields. That was kind of to be expected. Range 1. Range 1 encounter there.
Yep.
And then checking range, so Vessery can shoot me at all your ships are higher pilot skill than mine, except for the shuttle.
Yep. So Vessery is able to target lock there? Just rerolled something.
Yeah, you did. Let's see how this... Yep, you...
Yeah, so Braylen...
Interesting. Did you target lock me with your big shuttle?
It's very possible I did, but...
That's fascinating.
No.
That might have just been a misplay. I don't know though. I'll assume that it wasn't. All right.
No, I don't think it was incorrect. I think the shuttle probably did do that, and that's probably why I turned that way. I've
got
meet him there.
3 out of 5 there with my target lock on the shuttle and took off a couple shields. So that was, and then I am thankfully in arc in range. It's a really awkward shot. So I was checking if I'm definitely in range 3 of your shuttle, but am I range 3 in arc? And I am just. Mm-hmm. So what's great about this is that now Braylen could clearly just shoot at Vessery. Yeah, right down the middle of Vessery. But if I shoot the shuttle, then Eaden Vrill can shoot the shuttle with an extra attack die because I can stress the shuttle.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could do that the other way. If Eaden has a shot on Vessery, then I could add one for... But I'm not likely to hit Vessery because he's still got an evade on him.
Yep, he's got the evade token. And Palpatine has not been used yet.
Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping to get... I'm hoping to get a hit here on Vessery. Mm-hmm. Or not on Vessery, on the shuttle. I'm hoping to whack the shuttle because I only took out two shields with my 5 red dice and a target lock there, which was less than ideal. So I'm focusing up. Let's take 3 red dice there onto the shuttle. It's through a rock and range 3. He's going to lose 2 shields. He's only got 1 natural evade. All right, and now Eaden Vrill is going to attack range 2 with 3 dice.
Yep, the shuttle rolling 3 dice. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know that's 3 green dice. Just never happens. And nothing there. So 1 shield and 2 damage onto the shuttle. So that was okay as far as shuttle damage is concerned this turn. I could have done a little more, and that would have been like with Chopper, but it all worked out because I got 3 red dice, both with Braylen and with Eaden. So it kind of all evened out. So now the shuttle is super close to death. He's probably going to only get one more turn with Palpatine if everything goes the way I hope it does.
Right. So definitely going to take a big old smack on Chopper here, I would assume.
And there goes the focus. So actually, you focused with the shuttle because you had a focus on it.
Yeah. So it could have been a previous turn that he got the target locked down.
Direct hit. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you see what the critical was.
So direct hit on Chopper there.
Yep.
So took a big chunk of meat out of Chopper also, and got those 3 shields off of Braylen there.
Yep.
Right.
So Chopper's down to half, and Braylen's no shields, and Eden's fine.
Yeah.
But Eaden is not going to be able to do this by himself, especially if he can't. He doesn't have anything really to add stress to people. He might have. I might have put the compartment. What is it? The thing that lets you drop salvage. I can't remember what that's called.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Whatever that compartment's called. I might have that on Eaden this game. I might have taken it off. I can't remember. I have the list recorded, and I should have looked at it before we started this video. But I'll put it in the description, as always, so you guys can see what we're flying. Here we go.
Looking back on this, I'm trying to figure out what I would want to do in this situation. Looks like I'm moving my shuttle,
peeling out of there
to kind of try and get out of there. Maybe
yeah.
If the positioning doesn't end well for the shuttle, then obviously we want to use Palpatine on one of our 2 attacks. But who do I try and converge on here? If I was able to potentially stay in range 1 here of Braylen, I might be able to pick him off with the Inquisitor and Vessery. But I don't know. I don't know if Vessery can now move anywhere where he wouldn't bump him to stay in range 1.
And this is the more difficult for Vessery.
Yep.
I move forward kind of fast there with Eaden to try to bump Vessery so that Vessery doesn't have a good shot on anyone. That was the hope. Because Vessery, with the TIEv 7 upgrade, you can be pretty sure that any TIE defender is going to be moving 3 speed, like 100% of the time, 3 or 4 speed. With that 4K is like one of the most likely always. There was a 4. I don't know if it was a K, but a 4.
I'm thinking it was.
4K.
But
yeah,
doesn't matter anyway. It's
that's the
bump steam.
That 4K is always a likely move, and then like a 3 bank is like another common, or 3 forward or something like that. But very rarely do they move like 2. Occasionally, but rarely. So you can kind of be more certain that of where their motion, where they're going to end up.
Right.
You can see their likely ending positions, and so I just put Eaden right in the middle of the likely ending positions for Vessery there.
No.
So that pretty much with any of those, he would have either bumped or just been shooting into nothing.
Yep. And the Inquisitor, unfortunately, is in range 1 of Chopper there, and I don't.
Chopper has an auto blaster turret.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I had to take a red. I had to stress myself to make that turn. So I can't focus or target lock, which would have been really nice right now. I have a target lock on the shuttle, maybe. I think, because I think I have fire control system on that big guy.
Yeah, probably. So this is the target lock being re-rolled there.
Yep.
So
there you go. Spend the focus, whacking Chopper. So now my question here is actually, it's difficult. I have that auto blaster turret. I can shoot the shuttle with it, but I can't kill it with that this turn. I could shoot the Inquisitor with that, or I could shoot 5 red dice at the Inquisitor. And that's hard. It's like, what's better there?
Yep.
And I just got a crit on Chopper that I didn't hold up to the camera, and it's a big wall of text. So it's not direct hit, and it's trying to think of what that was. I remember what that was.
So yeah, did I palp that turn is the question, because
then you might have palped right away.
Yeah, I don't know if looking back I would have wanted to do that here with the threat of 5 red dice being shot at the Inquisitor.
And so I got, what was that, one in the Inquisitor with that auto blaster turret. I fired the auto blaster. It's probably the right move. It's always tempting to fire the 5 red dice, but he has a evade token, and you might have had Palp, I can't remember. And so that's just 2 red dice that are, with a hit, will go 100% through.
Yep.
That's probably the smart play.
Yep.
So getting hits on the Inquisitor when I can.
I think you rolled a crit as one of your results.
Yeah, I think I rolled a hit and a crit.
Yeah.
So the hit went through, the crit did not.
Block it, yeah.
And then, let's see. Then yeah, I think I fired maybe out of my back arc with the. Or no, I think I fired with Eaden. I think I fired with Eaden on the shuttle. Is that what I did, and just missed it? That last little shot there.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
Okay, so that's fine. That turn was still probably in Matt's favor. I think the last turn was in Matt's favor, and I think this turn was in Matt's favor, probably in terms of just the exchange.
Yeah, that worked out. That worked out pretty decently. The only issue was I did not get to use Vessery to attack anybody.
Mm-hmm. That really helped me out, because if you'd been able to shoot Braylen again, or if you'd been able to shoot Chopper, that would have been huge.
Yeah. I don't think completing that 4K would have had a shot on Chopper, but definitely probably would have had one on Braylen.
Yep. Yeah, I almost wonder if like a 2 hard left would have been good for Vessery to come in on Chopper. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's when I think I was too focused on making sure you got that evade token.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, normally that's the right play. Like
right.
that TIEx 7, that evade token is huge to be able to get. Also, there's like a slight. The evade token is now slightly different, where it's I think it's like a free evade action. I have to look that up again in the new fact.
Oh, okay.
And it's not just like a token. So you can't double evade, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
You can't like. Yeah, I think it's a free evade action.
Well, the defender can't.
Doesn't
evade
have an
anyway.
evade action. Yeah, that's true. But it might matter if it's like stressed or something then, because if it's an action, you can't take an action while stressed. Is that what that is? I'll have to look that up again. Mm-hmm. But I know it's a thing. So here I'm going to do something tricky with Eaden.
Yeah, he's trying to catch that 4K again. That's what he's trying to do.
Yep, 4K or anything really from like a 3 forward to a 5 forward.
And you know, as I was looking at this move just now, I was thinking I should probably just do a hard.
Mm-hmm.
But
defenders don't like hards.
No, they don't. But I believe the 3 is fine for the defender. The 3 hard is.
Yeah, it's a white 3.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like even that, most defenders, most people I've seen play defenders don't like hard maneuvers. They just don't do that hard turn. I don't know why. I think the K is so good, and then they just use their 3 bank a lot. Yeah. But that 3 hard is definitely a great maneuver, and I just don't see people use it very often.
Yeah, I mean it just depends on the situation. I would normally like to 4K, but I also wasn't expecting to be able to be blocked again.
Yep. Yeah, the Eaden being able to do a 1 hard and then a barrel roll basically puts him. Mm-hmm. He can basically go right back where he was. He can pretty much just stay put. With like some slight variations. Yeah. So
I 4K got blocked again.
Yep. And here
the Inquisitor is hiding behind Chopper there, but we'll see him just.
We're struggling with
bump him everywhere, and
yeah, we're being sloppy with the maneuvers this game. This was a late one.
Yeah.
Our hands are just not very steady.
Yeah, very jittery and.
So all right, this turn. Again, does Chopper shoot? This is a difficult one. Does Chopper shoot the Inquisitor, or does he shoot Palp? Because he'll have 5 dice on Palp, or he'll probably have 5 dice on Palp, or he has 2 free reds on the Inquisitor that you can't block. That's just so hard.
Yeah, probably should have barreled out of there to make sure I at least cleared range 1 of Chopper there, because he doesn't have a back arc in this game.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't because he doesn't have the ghost title. Or the Phantom Shuttle.
Yes, there was no real reason to stick around there. But I don't know. I still would probably shoot down my shuttle if it were.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would too, but it's so rare to get shots on the Inquisitor that are so free like that.
Yeah.
So you're shooting at Braylen. You got, what was it, 3 crits? Is that what that is? I think actually.
Something.
So I went ahead and evaded with the focus. I had a focus result.
Yeah.
And I took it because I was so scared of taking three
double damage.
Just 3 crits. That's like I knew what they were going to be. Major explosion and structural damage. So I lose an agility, my only agility, and I take a major explosion, and I rolled for it and didn't take an extra explosion.
Yep.
But so that's like, I mean, I knew that because you had 3 crits, I knew that whatever I rolled would either take away a crit or not. Yeah. And I feel like the focus is always worth not taking a crit.
Yeah.
Like that's just huge.
That's very reasonable.
No, I don't have it on the attack now, but I didn't really expect to hit the Inquisitor. I just wanted to stress him.
Right.
So that'll be really good if I can just stress out the Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's a big deal because I think I also stressed myself with push the limit.
You did. So that's definitely all right. So I went for the back arc shot on the Inquisitor here with not back arc, but the I think I just shot with my little. Interesting. Is that? And you blocked it? Now I'm confused. I definitely had to shoot with Chopper first, and you rolled defense dice and then blocked my auto blaster turret.
Looks like it.
All right. Well, we might have just screwed up there. That's okay.
I don't think so because that wouldn't have been like I didn't watch there what happened, but I doubt we were actually just rolling defense against the auto blaster turret. That's something we've always been.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I just like it couldn't have been anything else with Chopper. Chopper had to be shooting there, and I rolled 2 dice, and then we literally used the Inquisitor's focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have rolled a crit, I guess. I remember you rolling a decent amount of crits.
I might have rolled. That's it. It was a crit. It was a crit. Yeah. Yes. So you focused out of the auto blaster's crit. Damage. That makes total sense. Yeah. Thank you. That would have bothered me. That would have that's so unusual. I mean, that was just like how in the world
I would have found it nearly impossible to mess up on the auto blaster.
Yeah, the auto blaster turret's so clear.
Yeah. I
know you're supposed to roll defense dice with that still. Like it's just when like I think there are some weird card effects that might be able to play out with rolling defense dice, but it doesn't matter 90% of the time. But yeah, we frequently don't even roll defense dice, even though again it's technically like what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
frequently.
I've definitely rolled them before, and we just
ignore them.
Fun, but I remember a decent amount of crits being rolled in this game for the auto blaster.
That was what it was.
I get to block these, but it's unusual.
Yeah, that was good. That worked out well. So, all right, yeah. So here we go. I'm kind of bummed I haven't just killed Palp yet. That's probably should have just shot him last turn because that auto blaster was not good on the Inquisitor. Mm-hmm. Chopper is nearly dead, but he's not particularly close to the Inquisitor anymore. Like the Inquisitor would have a hard time getting back around and shooting Chopper up.
Yeah.
And
I think I probably would have shot Palp there. It's just tough. Choice. It's just tough for the Inquisitor to really take advantage of that 3 agility without Palpatine anyway.
Yeah. So. And I'm doing the same thing again to block the 3 bank. That's what I'm thinking Matt's going to do here. He's going to 3 bank with Vessery to take out Chopper. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to I think that's a green maneuver there maybe with Braylen to get rid of that stress. But I'm also hoping to, is that a green maneuver? Yep, it is. I'm also hoping to bump the Inquisitor here because I was hoping the Inquisitor would do like a 1 hard. Mm-hmm. And that 1 hard would be a bumperini or a 2 hard even might also bump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to do with the Inquisitor here.
It's a tough position really because I mean there aren't that many places you can go with him.
the double stress is annoying. I wasn't thinking about that when I pushed the limit.
I tried to get rid of the agility, the critical that has agility there, or that lowers my agility.
Right.
And I got rid of it. So I think that's what just happened.
Yeah.
So that was a hard one for me because I could have focused or target locked on the Inquisitor, or on maybe on Palp. I don't think I have quite on range on Palp, but I thought the agility would be like helpful in the long run. It would just maybe let Braylen survive one more good shot. It was a 3-bank there. Mm-hmm. So I'm bumping again. I don't know if you have range on Chopper. That was like a tough one for me.
I should have just done a 1-bank and just
hammered on Eaden. Yeah. Yeah, he's been really annoying for you this game.
Yeah, I was not anticipating that he could keep this up. I thought one of these moves surely I'd be able to just get clear. But yeah, Vessery hasn't had a turn in who knows how long. Like 3 turns.
Here we go. We're doing the railroad. We're doing it right this time.
Yeah, chugga chugga choo choo.
There we go. That was such a lazy joke. Doesn't really count as a joke. Oh goodness. So yeah, we're trying to line it up just right. Although I don't think it matters heavily, but you might be able to shoot Eaden or not, depending on this position. So I'm kind of like, we gotta get it right. All right, so let's see. I think you do have a shot on Eaden. I think you're going to clip his back corner there. It looks a lot clearer now than it did that night. I think that night it felt like it was closer, but it was, I think, kind of clipping the back corner of his base. And it's going to be a range 1.
Yep, that's the Inquisitor for you.
But he didn't get to clear his stress, and he didn't get to take any actions because he bumped.
Yeah.
He only got to clear like 1 stress. Mm-hmm. And then Braylen doesn't get hammered this turn, which is great. And I think Eaden lost a shield. So it's just not bad. Mm-hmm. No one has any target locks on Eaden, which is nice, because he's kind of the lowest priority target, but he's been doing maybe the most for me this game.
Yep.
Is
this finally the attack
this
on the
is
shuttle?
The attack on the shuttle. I'm focusing all of those. 5 hits.
Yeah, there we go. I think he's dead now.
Yeah, thank goodness. That should have been done a long time ago. So now that the shuttle's gone, Braylen certainly doesn't have a shot on Vessery, but Eaden will have a shot on the Inquisitor. And the Inquisitor's stressed, so I get 3. It's out of my arc, though, so I think you get Autothrusters.
Yeah.
But you don't have a focus or an evade.
Right.
So this very well could do damage. Mm-hmm. Although I don't have enough focus. I don't have focus either. So I'm going to reroll that 1 die because it was funky. It was a hit, so 2 hits. Okay. All right, so I need you...
need a natural evade.
And that's 2 natural evades and the Autothrusters. Mm-hmm. So that's... You were fine on that one.
Yep.
All right, so now, unfortunately, because I waited too long to kill the Emperor there, Chopper's in a funny position with that asteroid. I can't easily... His only white turn, or hard turn, is a 2, and that will land me right onto that asteroid.
Yep.
Actually, just as a fun little... This is one of those weird moments. A 1 turn would land me on that asteroid, I think. Mm-hmm. A 2 turn definitely will. I'll be like dead center on it. And a 3 turn, I'm pretty sure, also will. Yep. I'm pretty sure all of those turns will land me on that asteroid.
And
it's the smallest possible asteroid.
Yeah. It's really tiny.
It's interesting. The turns on those large base ships, they overlap a little bit in where they are. So their bases would overlap if you did them all. So I'm in kind of a rough position.
Yep.
And then Eaden has kind of reached the end of where he can bump Vessery to prevent him from shooting at Chopper, probably. Here we go. Going forward with Braylen. I'm hoping to get the Inquisitor in my back arc there with Braylen, I think. And I think with Eaden, I decide... Let's bump the Inquisitor.
Try and bump the Inquisitor, yeah.
Thank goodness Eaden cleared Braylen. That was going to be close. I knew it, but he did it. And then I'm hoping that the Inquisitor will bump into Eaden and that Braylen will be able to shoot him, stress him, so he's double stressed again. Or no, that? Maybe single stress, depending on what your maneuver is.
What was that roll for?
That's a great question. Was that... Who rolled?
You did, yeah. You rolled for something right after Eaden moved.
Oh, Eaden has the black market slicer tools. That's what he has. So he can, if you're stressed as an action, if you're at range, I think 1 or 2, he can roll to remove your stress and do a damage to you.
Okay.
But I didn't get it. So you keep the stress and... because I knew you were going to do a green maneuver here, get rid of the stress, and then you'd have actions.
Right.
So I was thinking I'll go ahead and remove that stress for you and do a free damage to you if I can. It was between that or focusing, really, was the struggle. Yep. So this is not an amazing position for Braylen.
Yeah, Braylen. I didn't converge on Chopper there though.
Nope. But it doesn't matter too much because Chopper's out of the action.
He can't attack, so we're good there. Yeah, hopefully we can wail on Braylen. I think Eaden is in arc at this point of the Inquisitor.
Yeah, he's range 1, so that term of the Autothrusters won't work, and his arc is facing the Inquisitor, which is another thing I was hoping. If he didn't bump him, then he'd have him in arc, was my hope.
I remember thinking about boosting there. I'm not sure why I didn't try and at least boost.
Yeah. Well, you target locked instead, and then didn't take the second action.
Want to get
but
stressed again.
If you boosted, you probably would have been out of my arc. If you could have made the boost, you would have been out of my arc.
Yep.
I think you're worried about not having a shot, maybe, and you do have a shot on Eaden. Is that what just happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Took a shot on Eaden. This one's on Braylen.
Yep, that wasn't a good.
But you do have the target lock.
Yep.
So go for that. All right, so that's gonna be 3 hits. Braylen won't die. No, maybe hit crit might be what that is. I can't tell. So we'll find out soon. Hit, and crit. It is not an insta kill though.
Yep. Oh man, yeah, that would have been excellent to kill him there. That's why I didn't boost, because I wanted to target lock him with the Inquisitor, so that Vessery had a super shot. Was the idea.
So I do have Inquisitor in back arc. 2 dice to your 3 is not. I'm not gonna, and your evade token. I'm not gonna hit you probably. But yeah, range 2. Trying to see if it was range 1. I don't think it is, though. I think it's range 2. So, stressing us both, which is huge. And I do have a focus, so I'll go ahead and focus and crit 1, because that's the ability of that ship. The Arc 170, out of its rear arc, we're using its title, gets to make one of its focus results a crit. So I focused, critted, and then you had 1 natural evade, and you used your evade token on the other one. The other 2 were eyeballs.
Yep.
Which is good for me because now Eaden can fire on the Inquisitor with 4 dice, which is so cool. Eaden firing 4 dice. Because you can't use like a cannon on Eaden and then use the Outrider, because then his ability revolves around a primary weapon, and when you use the Outrider, you lose your primary weapon. So he takes a big old shot on the Inquisitor, and it's he gets a crit. It's a major explosion. And that's major explosion.
Yep.
And that's the Inquisitor.
Yep.
He got I think hit crit, and then you got 1 evade or something like that. Yeah, that was not ideal for you, because if you had survived with the Inquisitor there, this game was actually very close.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so that was a little bit annoying. Could have probably, I don't think, I didn't expect to die was the reason I didn't boost there. But I probably should have just boosted and taken the stress for push the limit. And I might have even had a shot on Braylen if I boosted to the left.
Yeah, it's possible. You might have had a shot on Braylen, and Braylen might not have had a shot on you. You probably still would have had a shot on Eaden.
Yep.
There was like not a... Yeah, I don't know. And you would have been out of arc for Eaden, so you could have auto-thrustered for another evade. There was a lot of things that could have been done there.
Yep.
But yeah, now I'm just going to play this horrible bumping game with Eaden again. On the Inquisitor, or on Vessery. And I'm going to try to get Braylen repositioned here, maybe fire with the rear arc, and I'm going to try to get Chopper turned around so that I can eventually get him back in this fight.
Yep.
There we go. Thank goodness that ship, the Ghost, is a really fun ship. It's so big, though, but thank goodness they shipped it with a larger stand so that it can fit over most other ships. Because that would drive me nuts trying to work that thing around. We were playing with the Millennium Falcon not that long ago, and it has the normal large ship stand. It bumps into everything. It's like I love that ship also, but it bumps into everything, that model.
Yep.
So good on them for the Ghosts, giving it just that big stand. It's also just a sturdier stand.
Yep. There's another bump on that 4K there.
Yep. And here goes Chopper. He target locked and then used the target lock. I guess he...
Yeah, Chopper doesn't look like he's an arc.
Yeah, I think he is, actually. I think he is an arc. Because he just fired 4 dice.
No, I know, but it's like... I wonder if did we even check that? I didn't even see us check. It doesn't look to me right now that he's an arc. That's so strange.
Interesting. I think it looks to me like he is, but it is like closer. I don't know. I was not paying enough attention to know if we checked that or not, but maybe we didn't.
Maybe it's not even a question.
I stressed Vessery there. Vessery has not taken a hit, but that's okay because now he's stressed. Yeah, that might be it. It actually might be the TIEv 7 might just be that it's a free action, so that if you're stressed, you can't take it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds familiar in the new FAQ on the.
Because then like
X7.
this situation, you could still in this game you could still do a 3 maneuver or 4 maneuver, get a stress. I mean, get a evade, even though you don't. It's not green.
Right. That might be what it is. Because I don't think it's like taking action or something. I don't think that's it.
Here we go. Yeah, I mean, because clearly you don't have the
Right, I don't have the evade action.
Yeah.
I think that does sound right.
So you're taking a free evade action, which you're allowed to do because the card says so, and then, but you can't take an action if you're stressed. Is that right. that must be it? So here comes Chopper. I think he might bump Sauce here. Yep, he's gonna bump. So, just trying to get him turned around enough that he can shoot. He can continue shooting at Vessery from behind, because Vessery is going to have a hard time turning around without his 4K, which Eaden can keep denying pretty much indefinitely. And if Vessery turns away in either direction, he'll bump, or won't have a shot. It'll be one of those two. And I can just shoot him one more turn. There we go. Vessery's trying to 3-bank out of there.
I think I have the twin ion on there to make sure my banks are green.
Yeah, I think you do. That was a complicated procedure, but we handled it like pros.
Yeah, we actually did pretty well there by comparison.
So I'm gonna have a nice shot here. This is where the game is kind of at this point. We're winding down because after losing the Inquisitor, I think if you'd had the Inquisitor at this stage, this would have been an extremely close game.
Yeah, just because I might have been able to clear some of those other ships out of there with the Inquisitor's extra attack flying around. But, because I actually think Vessery at this point could be okay against each of these ships individually. It's just the fact that he's being blocked off. Yeah,
it's the fact that it's him against 3. That's the difficult thing here. So I think match is conceded, which we don't typically do, but this would have lasted for a while. So, Braylen would have probably gone down with the Inquisitor around, and Chopper probably wouldn't have taken too long to take down, and Eaden can't take either of the other ships by himself. Yep. The only reason Eaden can take on Vessery is because because he can bump him.
Yeah. Yep. So both, I took down a lot of hits on both Chopper and Braylen, but couldn't finish off either of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and the hidden gem of this list was Eaden. He really did a lot of damage to a lot of key ships, and that was a solid. I'm happy that, because I actually kind of built this list around him, thinking that like, oh, this is a weird ship that no one uses. I wonder if we can just build like a super stress list and make this a thing. I might be able to tweak this list and make it slightly more efficient or something, but it actually was fun to fly and worked pretty well.
Yep.
And it's also just 3 ships with a lot of tank.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. That's the big part about that was that tank.
Yeah.
If you had good shots on me, my ships were a bit squishy there.
Yeah.
So I just had to make it so I could keep pounding on your ships. But yeah, it was a good game. Vessery could have had more. Vessery didn't get to do anything really that game.
Yeah, no, he was struggling this game, which was sad because he could have been your heaviest hitter.
Yeah, I mean he is supposed to be my heaviest hitter.
Yeah.
But I think I should have just done more one maneuvers that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that definitely some nice slow maneuvers would have been good. Yeah, key plays here where clearly this was the beginning of Vessery's nightmares. This was bad for Vessery, and I was happy that I pulled that maneuver instead of keeping Eaden on Palp. I think that was actually sort of key, that because Eaden could have just stuck around trying to kill Palp. But I'm glad that I tried.
Yeah, I mean, Palp wasn't... At this point, Palp was too far ahead of everybody. He was...
Yeah, he wasn't going to get shots off.
It was only Palp. Yeah, only Palp's ability mattered for that ship.
And that's why I struggled to shoot him every time, because it was hard to justify shooting a ship that can't shoot me back when I know for several turns he's not going to be able to shoot me back. It's only the ability. But I think I probably should have done it on this turn.
It's just that ability is just so massive for the Inquisitor.
And so here was the 3 crit roll. So you reroll. Yeah, you target lock rolled. It was. Oh no, you palped for it. That was what you did.
Yeah,
you palped that.
I palped for the third one.
Yeah, you got two crits naturally, and then you palped for a third. That was key in that it was ridiculous and powerful, and
yeah, that was amazing. It would have been real nice to get that one extra on there, but.
And it could have really messed up Braylen, and it sort of did. The major explosion could have done more, but the structural damage was actually an issue because I had to take an action trying to fix that, and I could have been stuck with that for a long time, and it makes him as squishy as Chopper, but with less hull. So that's
yeah, I mean that's a good. Is it even worth taking an action to save him at that point if he's probably gonna die?
Well, that was the thing. I was hoping he would soak up maybe one more shot, and really, I don't care if his shots hit so much as I care that he shoots.
Yeah.
Because he's just throwing stress at people.
Yeah.
So, so I was hoping that he just lived longer. But I don't know. I really debated about whether or not I should just focus or target lock or whatever, or if I should try to get rid of that structural damage. But I didn't think he'd have a shot this turn, so I figured, no, we'll roll for the structural damage.
Yeah.
So this was, a double bump turn for me that freed up. And I got to make sure that the Inquisitor was still stressed, didn't get to get into a good position on Eaden, and then I got rid of the structural damage.
Yep.
That was all kind of really nice for me. Because at this point, I think you're still just winning, is what I'd say.
Yeah, I think it was. I had a good couple opening turns, and then with Vessery not being able to attack, really started catching the game back up.
What's hard to keep in mind in this is maybe I've got some better positioning right now, but if Vessery ever gets free and the Inquisitor is still even has one hull left, Vessery is so hard to kill, even without the Emperor. TIEx 7s, that's why the 3 TIEx 7 list is effective. They're just hard to kill.
Yep.
So, and they've got great dials. So I'm happily able to keep blocking Vessery. Yeah.
Yep.
I was proud of my bump game.
No, that was really well done, and but a nice one bank would have fixed that.
Yeah.
Fixed that turn tremendously.
Yep.
Yeah.
That definitely would have been a better move.
Yeah.
And here's Vessery getting 3. Hit crit, and I did not get an evade. So I would have, if I'd had like a focus, I definitely would have used the focus there. But it was not a crit that killed me, and that's what really mattered in this scenario because I needed Braylen to be able to shoot. And then yeah, the shot with Eaden here, is that what we're? Oh no, yeah, the major explosion.
That was the major.
That was big. That was huge. Without that, I would have been in a lot more trouble. That end game would have been tough. I might have it was still anyone's game if the Inquisitor was alive, but I don't know. I don't know that I would have won that.
It's hard. It's tough to say, but
anyway, good game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you later.
Till next time.
SummoNerds out.